stay home, stay safe. Well, at least that's what the government said, and therefore you need to listen to them. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here today. Yeah, stay home, stay safe is something that everybody speaks about now, but it can be challenging at times for some, definitely. My name is Waran Shanmugam, and welcome to the Waran Shanmugam Show. Today is 2nd of June 2021. Yet another lovely Wednesday, I must say. Yeah? And we started total lockdown, I think, yesterday. How are you all feeling? I hope you all are feeling fine, but it is not the same for everyone. This I must say. I have been hearing people saying that it is very difficult to be at home. I have got friends calling me that, hey, you know what? It is such a miserable situation, and many more situations, not out there, but in there at their own homes, their own so-called safe space. Now, why is that so? Why that is happening? And you must have all these questions running. Well, we have got pretty much a solution for you tonight. We have got a guest. S. Komadi is her name, and she has done a lot of this work. She was the case manager in mental health support Singapore, and also she's a certified counselor, psychotherapist. Now, who else can be a better person if not as Komadi? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Komadi. Komadi.
Hi.
Hi there, how are you doing?
Hey, hi, Waran. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Thank you so much for coming, Komadi. It's very nice of you to be so generous and kind enough to come by. It'll be a very short notice, and I say this because lockdown came about, and then suddenly everybody was berserk. Yeah, they don't know what to do. I can only think of one person, that was you, Komadi. So thank you so much for coming back.
Okay, thank you for the compliment, Waran.
Yes, it's important, yeah, Komadi, because why I'm saying that is because with the amount of WhatsApp messages, Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media, every time what I hear is only very negative, and this is very shocking, I must say. Why? Because what happened to all the yes, you can do it. Come on, I will be there for you, and we shall do everything just to save our country, Malaysia. That's not happening anymore. But a lot more controversies, a lot more blaming, pinpointing, name calling, and the list goes on. So that is why I said to myself, let's have someone who can really talk about mental health, not only talk about, but to decode. And that's why you are here today. Once again, thank you so much. Komadi, I have got a lot of people here already writing comments after comments, but I want to go to you straight away. Whenever there is a guest, I always ask them, what are your moments in life where it was bliss? That means the only part would be your childhood moment. So can you share it with us, your childhood moments, your family, your friends, how you grew up and all that? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Waran, I come from a very small town called as Segamat. Okay, so I grew up from there. I born there. I did my schooling over there in Sekolah Tinggi Segamat, SBH, you know. And I grew in an environment whereby there's a multiracial people around. That means my friends are Chinese, Malays, Indian, and all that. It's a small town, but most of them knows each other, you see. And my schooling was great. I was very, very active in sports, studies, and all the time. If you ask my friends, they know, okay, who's this comedy all about? And yeah, I've grown independent thanks to my mom. You know, she started very young when I think when I first started kindergarten itself, you see. And I grew up in a family whereby I was given all kind of freedom. Means I can choose anything that I like. There's no particular thing that they ask me to do. That there's no much rules in my life. Okay, so that makes me more creative, open about what I wanted to do, and I feel happy about it. Okay, and I did my studies, my higher studies in University Malaya. I did my Form 6 as well in Segamat. And I must say that I am very lucky to have good teachers in my life. Some of my coach, I did Jimrama, naming all kind of sports I was in, and good for the public speech. I was also a prefect, and lead a lot of activities back in my school. So that have improved my leadership, and also my surroundings have been very healthy, and I would say rich. Okay, and there's a downfall happen in our life, whereby where in a very young age, my father passed away. Yeah, that is when I was first entered to university, first year. So it was a tragedy, I would say. But thanks to my family, especially my uncle, who was there always. My mother, she really made me as a brave person, and also, the leadership quality, I would say that it comes from my mom as well. And other than that, childhood is always colorful. I never bunk school or university. I don't know why some students are having problem to go to school, but my school life was very, very good.
Oh, I wish every child could say the same. Yeah. Well, my childhood was also the same. Going to school is something to look forward to, but not when I was in primary school. Secondary school, yes. But Gomadi, you always speak about your brothers a lot. Yeah. Tell us, how was that bonding, you and your brothers?
Well, I grew up with them. I'm the big sister. I'm the eldest. So I always have this like a monitor lizard spy looking on them. I know what they're doing, what they're doing, and how is their character, what is their strength. And of course, I'm emotionally related to my siblings also. And back in my family, we don't have any kind of gender difference. Like you are a woman, you cannot study much, you can't do much thing. Only boys need to do it. So we come from a very the background that whereby there's no gender difference. So I can't see any issues in that.
Yeah, so very nicely brought up, I should say. Yeah, it always starts from home, and I think you did it well. Question: I hear that you were in Singapore for a very long time. Can you share with us your life in Singapore? How long you have been there, and then what were you doing in Singapore, Gomadi?
Okay, I studied for counseling psychology back in Malaysia in University Malaya. I was the third pioneer student to do counseling. That means a proper counselor course during that time. Okay, so after finished studies, that I thought that I wanted to work in somewhere. I was about 1 month only back in KL. Then later on, I went back to my hometown. Then just you are trying to understand the whole situation, and I thought, okay, why not I go to Singapore, because Segamat and Singapore is just 2.5 hours, and same goes to Segamat to Kuala Lumpur. It's the same distance, but only the dollar is different. Dollar. So I thought, okay, why not go to Singapore? And I still remember I was a bit hesitate to ask my mom about money and all. Luckily my grandmother gave me 1,000 ringgit at that
Ah,
time. She just
I,
sneaked the money, and she said, you want to go to Singapore, right? Now you need money. So she stick me 1,000 ringgit. Then I just went there and I convert the money. I only get $250 at that time. Okay, never mind. But I have some good people around me who helps me back there, that actually bring me to certain places. Then they taught me how to get a job. Within a week, I got a job in a bank as a sales manager. Then I was working in one of the Dutch bank. Okay, for 2 years I was there, and it was called as Raffles Place. That area is actually a very fine area, whereby there's a Marina Bay Sands now. It was built before that. It was actually a seaside. Then was working in a bank, and I thought, okay, why not I go back to what I studied in university, counseling background, because I've been a salesperson before I went to university. Also, I do a lot of part-time job back in KL. So thought, okay, why not I go back to what I studied. So I entered as a medical social worker in one of a nursing home. whereby I need to take care of the elderly people. Of course, I need to look into all the cycle system overall. And of course, I manage the discharge plan, funding, be the middle party between the government and the people. And, also discuss with the family about the care plan, all the stuff. And looking at that, I have learned a lot. And of course, being a medical social worker is not a easy job, because it's actually a multitasking job. You need to be a counselor, you need to be a manager, you need to be a accountant sometimes, because you are the one that actually allocate the fund back in the governance. Okay,
Mm.
so after that, I thought of, okay, why not from the elder care? I want to go with the students. I want to work with the students. So I was working in one of a reputed university from Australia, but it was situated in Singapore. So I was a student counselor and also her head department. And over there, I actually foresee 3,000 people. I mean, 3,000 students. So it was a hectic environment, but I love it. Of course, students, you have to be very fast. All the information must be in your fingertips. They lazy to go and research for it. Everything they'll come and ask you and bug you, no matter what's the time. But of course, from there, I can identify some mental health problem among the youngsters, which comes from one particular faculty. I don't want to say what is that. Then I was keep on thinking, why is this particular faculty having this kind of issue, attendance issue, and there's a lot of laid back happening in that particular situation. And of course, this is international students and also local students, and it's a multi-racial kind of environment. And but the problem was same. Everybody has come in some kind of depression and all that. Then I thought of moving to another sector whereby it's more deeper, which is mental health. Then I was joining this company for many years. Over there, I have learned multiple skill. I will say, um, I can't say it in a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
over there, yeah.
go ahead.
So over there, we do a lot of rehab. We do awareness education. We do case management. We do a lot of social work. You name it. So I would say, as a role as a case manager, it's not only in one role. One day you be a counselor. One day you can be a social, but case manager is all about connection. That means you will be a middle party. This is your client. This is the sector that you want to connect together. But maybe your client, you don't know. So it starts from assessment. And you see, when people who have mental health issues, they are very sensitive, so they need someone to discuss, but you can't, everybody cannot go and approach them. You need to be very sensitive to touch in their issues, and you need to gain their trust first. Trust is the most is, I would say, is the fundamental of it. So we will do like a bridging program as a case manager. Then we will oversee the cases and all that. So that's, I'm making it a bit shorter, then maybe we can elaborate it later. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we would want to know what is case manager in a more detailed manner. But I want to go back to our title, decoding mental health. What do you think this means? What are you trying to say? Can you share a little bit about your thoughts?
Okay, maybe I can inform about what is decoding itself. Okay, when you're feeling hungry, right, you will go and eat, correct? You
Correct.
will find food. You go to your kitchen, you will find food, correct?
Yes.
And when you think that you have some issues, you need to seek for help. You need to synchronize your issues. That
Mhm.
means you need to know your the issues that you are looking at, the difference that you are feeling, or maybe the person that you love, maybe your friends. What are the changes in them? You see, so decoding is you identify the needs and capture it together. So in mental health, you need to be very vigilant. You need to capture all this. You must be very sensitive about the environment. If your loved one, you felt that they are not talking to you for a long time, or maybe they are being isolated in the room for a long time, maybe there's some help that needed by them. Yeah.
Yeah, so there are a couple of times whereby I do see that you can't even see signs and symptoms as to whether or not someone is into depression. Now, and I'm also using the word depression. Tell us, depression, is it something that, and I hear this every other time, yeah, whenever someone is feeling down or moody, something that is not right, the first word that comes is, are you feeling depressed? Depression is something that they use it very loosely. And I don't know what that means. Can you share with us depression? What does that actually mean?
Actually, Warren, depression is not a glamour word. Okay.
For saying
Everybody, yeah, everyone thinks that, oh, I'm depressed today. I'm feeling very depressed. But actually, depression is a diagnosis, should be diagnosed by a psychiatrist that you are depressed.
really,
It's
yeah?
done. Yes, if you are you're having depression, you need to have a diagnosis from a psychiatrist saying that you are depressed. Okay, so depression can come anytime, in any mode, any type of life, long. It can be in a, it will have a phase, like it's got a major phase, minor phase, it's all about your coping mechanism. And there will be a sign of it. Some signs are very silent, unseen, maybe we didn't notice, or maybe we don't know what are the signs. But it can be tackled in an early age, or early time of the symptoms, by noticing by certain mood swings, differences in their food habits, maybe in the way they're exposing, string they're expressing, choosing colors for the clothes, or maybe how they are welcoming. Maybe they try to block everyone in their life. Depression is very deep. It's a very big topic. It can comes in any part of area. So I think, if we want to talk about depression, maybe we can have another session about it. Maybe we
Yeah,
can go detail on it, because today I want to talk about happy moment. So we
very
don't
nice.
want to go, yeah, don't want to
Very nice.
go into,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's nice, and the reason why I'm asking is because people need to know that there is also another area that you can tap into. It's not always about depression. So the
Yeah.
moment from the day we started MCO in last year, 2020, until now, the word depression is every other day. I get this WhatsApp message saying that this is what is happening. Depression is in control, and the list goes on. So we want to see what else we can do to make sure that we are in control of this situation. Now that you're saying that depression itself is another label, yeah, it's another prescription or something that the doctor only can tell you that you are depressed. Then what else people are going through is something that we all worry about. So how do we manage now that this situation is there? How do you even manage this type of so-called mood swings?
Okay, I just give a simple tips. Okay, when we are doing the same activity every day, we will feel burnout. Morning,
Yes.
wake up, you go to work, you're looking at the same PC, you're doing the same, you're talking to the same people, you're drinking the same coffee, you are wearing the same color every week, and you're coming back home, you're shutting the same door, and you're coming back to your house, you're looking at your wife, you can't even say hi to them, or you can't even smile to them. You see, we need to break this sequence. Enjoy little things in life.
Okay.
Notice little things in life. Maybe early morning you can just wake up and say, hey, I feel good about today. Okay, today is MCO. At least I got time to learn certain skill, new skill. There's plenty of new skill. Even in e-latte, if you look at the HRDF courses, I can see thousands of courses which has been there. We are
Yeah.
not skillful in every functional level. Okay, but skill is very important. Some people, maybe they are a pilot now, but they lost the job. But
Mhm.
later on, they find out that they don't have much skill set. Why? It is us who never develop another skill on us. So take this MCO. I know this pandemic is not going to be easy because this is not the first time we are going through it. This is the third phase. But you see, we are doing it to save the life, correct? All this environment, all these rules, all this restriction is to save the life. That is the niche of it. So we need to be responsible to focus on it. Of course, even if you ask me, I'm a kaki jalan, I like to go around and think about MCO. I feel like, okay, now I cannot go out. That this house is going to be my environment. Okay, what
Very,
I can do today, what I can learn out of it, how I'm going to cope with my family members, what are the things that I need to do, what are my plans. I don't know. I know until 16 only there'll be MCO, but I don't know whether it's going to prolong. You see? And today, okay, I have an appointment with you. Tomorrow I might have an appointment with some, maybe not everyone is like me. But I can see during this MCO, a lot of people learn skill like baking, cooking, doing soap. All these are all good things, um yeah. But talking about being sad or feeling like you can't do much, and also you lost your job, or you can't even start up any work, financially you are down. You see, humankind have survived all the time.
mm,
Our generation never seen the war, but the earlier generation see 3 wars, but we still survive. Okay, but we are lucky, at least we can talk from far. The technology is there. We still can do little bit of things. You see, it's not our door are shut, but we are not.
very
Agree?
nicely said. Very nicely said. I like what you said. Komadi, mankind, humankind have seen the many worse things that has happened in this world that we live in, and
Yeah.
yet we survived. We've gone through it. This is just another episode, I must say. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
interesting how even before the show we were chatting a little bit, and you spoke about how some countries have got zero cases. I heard that New Zealand is also like don't have cases anymore, and it's nice to know that we still have got hope. What have you got to say about that?
Yeah. Hope is the greatest, I will say, invention by human being.
Mm,
Without hope, we are no. You see. So of course, the certain country, even UK, they have zero death yesterday. So
there you
something positive is there. And we Malaysians, I'm considered we are very good. Once the MCO, we all go for shopping, we just buy the things, we come back and we plan our thing, we accept it, we never bronta or say, hey, no, we cannot do this, we never burn anything, we all follow the rules. We are very good, very good people are around. So
yeah,
the only thing is we are not used to this.
yeah,
We are very
exactly.
used to go out. We are very used to go to restaurant to have nice food, very nice dine. We are used to go and see our relative, friends, because our culture have nurtured us in that way. Okay, but
Yeah,
just use this MCO time to regain your knowledge. Maybe you wanted to read the Sejarah, which you never read during your school time, you know and also try to look for other second opportunity, how you can gain finance. If you feel like, okay, I want to do for another training, I want to go for this course. Try to look for it, not only watching and reading about TikTok. I would say is TikTok strong, but at least get some knowledge, be with positive people.
very nice.
Read positive things, capture early morning, try to capture, okay, I was very happy when I know that nobody's dying in UK
Yeah,
due to
correct.
COVID. So
Yeah,
try to capture the positive part out of it, not every time saying that, hey, this is done, this third phase is going to make us down, economy we going to go off. Yeah, you see, if you still remember Greek, a country whereby it's gone bankrupt, right? Greece, right? But do the people give up? No, they are very creative people. If you see, if you go to Domestika online, there's a lot of people are doing very interesting kind of artistic. items. So even in Renaissance, how come the Renaissance have improvised? Due to war. Everybody learn new skill. We have implemented. Okay. So feeling alone, not connecting with anyone, it makes the things worse only. All right. Try to
Beautiful.
see light out of everything.
Very nice. Try to see the light. That's very important. And something that I have been doing now, Komodi, is that whenever I receive any messages, any WhatsApp messages that is so negative, the first thing that I do is I just delete because it is not serving any purpose. Why I say that is because the little things that you do will save your life, and I think that is very important. Komadi, I want to share with you a couple of views that I am getting here. Let me share with you. Wow, that's plenty. Rajwin Kaur is saying good evening. Ling Tim is saying good evening. Susan saying
Hi.
way to go, Komadi. And she is also saying that build the skills that we need to improve ourselves. Yes, very important. Menaga Balu, I'm sure you know her. She says, well done, Combs.
My bestie.
Ah, there you go, there you go. So more positive people in our life is very important. That's what Susan also says. Kiran says that is so true. Be around positive people. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. There is cooking with Charles. I think someone that you know also. Excellent advice, Miss Komadi.
My
Uh,
bestie.
there you go. You've got all the besties around you. Yeah. OG numbers say it's very important. Yeah. And also you have got a lot of people saying a lot of good things, yeah. And I think which is very important, yeah. You must make sure that you do things in a different manner. So, Komadi, I have got this question, and I want to go back to the case manager. What does that really mean, case manager? I know you described a little bit, but a little bit more detail, if you can.
Okay, I just give you a scenario. Okay, let's say there's a case being assigned to us. As a case manager, we do the assessment first. Assessment, we divide it to two sides. One is action, one is control. Okay, what I mean by action, for example, let's say the family is going through some financial issues, and due to that, the husband is alcoholic. He is taking substance. Then there's some shaken situation in the family. Okay, so maybe the assessment will be to see what are the other needs the family needs. Maybe the husband need a rehab, or maybe the wife need a job, or maybe the children needs education, so something like that. So that is action. Okay, what I mean by control is, let's say there's abuse happened in the family. Let's say the kids been abused. So as a case manager, we will take the action. The action will be, we will try to activate all the our stakeholders who are being responsible for certain unit, like for example a child abuse. So we will call them in. We'll do the assessment, and we will try to help the child, and also to try to divide the problem, and also to put the child in a safe place first. Of course, I'm not doing bad here, but that is the difference between action and control. So as a case manager, we need to do the assessment and find out whether this is an action case or a control case. Okay, so after doing all the assessment, we will do action plan. Okay, action plan consists of all the things that we need to do for that case. Whether need to be referred, whether the client need a job, whether the client need a training, whether the client need a treatment, whether the client need a cleaning the house. Defender need to call the defender and clean the house, because there's a lot of hoarding issue also happened. So then we try to connect them to the doctors. Maybe the client need some medical, they're having some medical issues, having some problem in finance. Maybe he's not getting fund. Maybe we can apply for the government funding. So this kind of thing. Then we have a timeline. The case manager have a timeline to all the stakeholders. We will do the meeting and we will check whether all these action plan are done, or it's been checked. And also we will see what are the differences in the client's life. Is there a changes? Is this been done? Is there any other help need to be given? So we will be like will be like a middle party who are very important, and also try to segregate the roles, I would say. Yeah.
I see, I see. So, what are the type of cases that you have handled? Can you share a little bit?
Oh my God. I have handled a lot of crazy stuff. Even my family members don't know about it.
Oh,
There's a
really?
yeah. There's one moment seen a girl. She was talking normally to us and my colleague. Suddenly she wants to jump from the flat. You see, in mental illness, you never know which word will trigger them.
Mm.
So using certain words, it's very important how you try to mellow down the person, So this person was high in substance and she wants to jump out of the flat, and we are just standing beside of us and we are calling the police. The police said they cannot manage this case because they are on the way. You see, so the girl is giving us 5 minutes. She said, "I'm in 5 minutes time. I'm going to jump." So you see, we have been trained for a certain certification in SOS and all that. At that time, I was kneeling down. I was kneeling down and had a soft spoken to her, and I was calling back her name. Sometimes they are not in their sense. Then trying to persuade her to come back to her sense, and we try to avoid to touch her because we don't want to trigger, and she let go the rail, you see. So these are the things that actually is that the moment I know that life is so important that not even a person should be just killing themselves for some, maybe for us it's not important, but maybe for that person she was affected badly. So that was one of the scenario. The second scenario is when I opened one of this client house, knocking the door, he come with the parang.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, so this client have neglected his medication for so long. He has schizophrenia, and we don't know what kind of image or voices that he is hearing. So he tried to be, but these people are actually not dangerous. You see, we are human beings. These people are not dangerous. Actually, they are been isolated due to their situation. They've been labeled, they have been pushed away. Wherever they go, the help was not given to them. So they use this, aggressive mechanism to get certain things. All right. So okay. At the end, I managed that client. Then we had a very good rapport. We sort of with it. So there's many things that I have encountered due to the mental health. And sometimes, I will dress up very glamorously. People don't know that I'm actually doing this kind of job. People might think that I'm working in a bank, and yeah. But it was full of happiness because when you one person have gone to that situation and you pull them out and you have given them a life actually, and you know that you can't buy that with money. Yeah.
See, something that you said, yeah, when somebody was about to jump, a couple of things that you said, you need to kneel down and then you need to speak very softly and calling their name many of times, yeah, simply because they may be off tangent, they were not thinking right, and something else was bothering them. And I think this is very interesting how there are ways to actually help people, not to just take a video and then post it and making it viral. I'm saying this is because of I don't know whether you saw this or not, Komali. I saw this video. I think many of us have seen that, how a guy was just standing at the very highest floor and he jumped off. Do you have any comments on that, Komali?
First of all, when I got the video, I was a bit angry. You see, we human beings, we can copycat things.
Mm.
What I was afraid was a copycat suicidal, and that guy is not having fun, and he is going off for the last moment, you see, and someone have the heart to take a video out of it, and that I felt sad about it. And second thing, I can't say which is wrong, which is right over here, because we don't know the situation, what happened over there, and what are the things that people did around him. But one thing I will say is, which is taken me back, is the way they took the video, and they viral it all over the, I think all over Malaysia, maybe even the internationally people seen it. I think that's not right. Even when we get, I just delete the entire video once I got it. I don't want to forward. And I was a little bit taken back, thinking about maybe we don't know what is the impact. You know, there's one case. What happened is one of the person passed away. He jumped from a building, and it was seen by one of his friend. Okay, so he did the same after 1 month. So we call it as a copycat suicide. So this kind of viral which you are sending to the public is not going to do any good out of it. Maybe you can help to stop deleting or stop to viral it. This kind of situation, you see, and that we don't know what happened to that person, why he comes to this situation. What I can see is he's trying to give himself strength to jump by holding the hand from the reel, and he's trying to give himself strength. He was afraid there, but that's just one touch, it was
Mm.
gone. Yeah, so we can't judge what is the situation, but don't viral this kind of video, or don't try to help people. You can call, by the time you taking the video, you can call the police, or you can call the civil defense, or you can just put what kind of 100 weights, throw the weights on the floor, or help the
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
so good.
So
You're so right.
yeah, so it is sad. Even when I see someone that accident in the road, that guy will be like laying down with a lot of blood, but people are busy taking video out of it. So is it become a trend, Waran?
Yeah, exactly. That's the question that you need to ask. Is it because of trend? And the next painful question that I would ask is, if it is happening to someone whom you love, how would you feel? Will you still do the same? Will you still take the video shot and pass it around? Something to think about. Yeah, we always do not give enough acknowledgement to the party that is involved. Yeah, especially the family members. Can you imagine if the thing is going viral and it is something about someone whom they have loved? It is going to be very painful. Yeah, so trend, do you want it? Is it necessary? Something that you need to think about. Yeah. Komadi, I have got a couple of some views also still coming by. Menaga Guna still saying good sharing. And Uddaya Kumar is saying good vibes.
Yeah.
And we have got Susan is
My
saying,
brother.
oh, really? Ah, there you go. That's one of your brother, yeah? Okay.
Mm,
Susan is saying someone to love, care, and be there is most important in life. Dave
yes.
Nandi says good vibes. I'm sure you know that person. Uh, where Vishalini Arivalagan says, I'm amazed on how Miss Komati can calm down the person. Yes, indeed. We are all amazed at what you have done. It's amazing how you can actually bring about changes to the many people. Do you think that movies that we watch, things that we speak or hear influences our mood swing?
You see, we cannot be labeling certain things. We should stop labeling things. It's up to us what we want to gain out of it. You see, when we watch movie which we never watched before, we don't know what is coming out of that movie because we don't know the storyline, all right? But
Yes.
what we need to keep strong in ourselves is our coping mechanism. Okay, and we should know our do and don'ts. That is a fundamental out of it. And when
Okay.
we know, okay, for example, we know that this video was very negative, correct? You and me, what we did, we delete it,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
But I don't know about others. Maybe they want to forward, maybe they want to share to people what's happening. So it's all depends on the individual, how they are taking certain things, you
Mhm.
see. But I will say it is better to take something positive, because when you have positiveness around you, more positive things will happen. When even you fall down, the impact won't be that hard You see, there's always time for you to raise up.
Mhm.
Okay, try to educate yourself first, so that you can educate other people. You know, and yeah, that's all about that, Varun.
Very nice, very nice. Uh, I remember you speaking about the serial dramas.
Yeah, my mom is going to hate about this. Okay. Okay, I won't say it's wrong. Okay, I don't want anybody come and sue me about this. Okay, I'm a bit anti-drama person. Not uh, you can watch drama, but you cannot have like this habit of watching the drama from morning to evening. I remember that those days, the women have a lot of skills. You know, when 4 o'clock come, okay, they go and do tea times. They will do it. Their gardening, their flower will be flourishing. They have more time to do like sewing and all these type of things. Okay, but nowadays the drama have captured some kind of populations at that timing. I would say rather than giving a lot of negative stories in the drama, I would say I will watch. Okay, I will just monitor what is the story about. Okay, oh yeah, this story. So, but I didn't see any positiveness out of it.
Mm.
You're not gaining any knowledge out of it.
Okay.
Maybe it's my personality that who likes to seek for knowledge.
Yeah.
I won't say maybe it is entertainment for some people. Some old people will say that elderly people will say, I have nothing to do. Only this is my entertainment. What else you want me to do? You see? Okay, I have no answer for that, but then you have
Yes.
it captured with me.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And that is your personal opinion. Yeah.
yeah.
Remember, this is a personal opinion. I used to hate drama, but when I start and when MCO started, I started watching drama. I started watching series. Guess what? I am hooked to it. I cannot live without it. Why I'm saying that is because it is something that keeps me going. And yes, everyone have got their own opinion. Thanks for sharing your opinion. I've got a couple of messages still coming by. Malviga Manikam says mental health is most important, and yeah, it is very crucial in this current situation. Kiran Kaur says mental health needs more awareness, and we must talk about it and to our children at these very difficult times. Kevin Samara Vikrama, hi there, says hi. And we have got Vishalini also says this is a good sharing despite what is happening during the pandemic moment. Susan says at the end of the day, it's only a movie. Yes, she's agreeing to what you're saying. Okay, I'm not saying so. You have got fan base already. Yeah? And Lee Jian says, thank you so much for sharing. Yes, amazing things are happening. I want to divert a little bit to something that I always ask. Remember, this show is about empowering and bringing about inspiring individuals to share their knowledge. And I always bring about women. Why? Because they have got a lot of things to share. I'm not saying that the men don't have, but the women have got a different story altogether. But this question is something that I always ask, and I want to ask this to you also. Discrimination. I want to know what have you got to say about discrimination? Have you been discriminated and in any parts of your life as a woman? Go ahead, Komadi.
I'm alpha woman. I don't know any moment of my life anybody got discriminate me. Okay, okay. But the thing is, everybody talking about it. You see, it's all about the culture. Okay, in certain culture, this doesn't exist.
Mhm.
Okay, and in Malaysia, I have to say, I don't know, but in my family, it's never happened.
Mhm.
There's no discrimination in my family. Even today, there's a show is going on, right? My
Yeah.
husband was very supportive. He changed the bulb. We want to make sure the environment is nice and everything. I didn't ask him, but you see, he wants something good happen out of this topic, right? So during school time, also we are as a woman, I never had any issues. In working place, I work with a lot of male and female. We don't have any issues, and not even one of my boss said, hey, "You are a female, you shouldn't do this."
Mhm.
Yeah, and you see, it's all about how you are bringing yourself. And we are nobody to say that, hey, I'm a woman, you are a man, I also can do like this. There's no challenge here. There should be understanding only, you see. um, as a feminine individual, I think that we are feminists in a different way. We have our own uniqueness. You see, if you see the Europeans leaders, most of them are female now. Even the New Zealand leaders are female now, and they're
Yeah.
doing very good in COVID pandemic. Okay, so I in this era we shouldn't be talking about this anymore, Waran.
Very
Yeah,
nice. Very nicely
yeah.
said. Yeah. And I like what you said, men cannot do what women can do, women cannot do what men can do. So therefore respect each other. And that's
We
very
need to accept it. Yeah, men are good in their certain things, like women are good in certain things. We are different species, but we are coming to one thinking. We are all human being first. Okay, we are all human being first. Blood is the same color. It's just that certain organs are different.
yeah,
Okay, other
very
than that, we are all in the same. We have a same brain. Of course, women thinks more complex with things because of our you know well task that we do. I would say there's any challenge should be there.
mhm,
Even let's say if you have this problem in your working place, even if you have this in your family members, it's always good to understand why is it happened. Is it because of you? Is it because you have some kind of agenda out of it, or you have the needs to come, or you have some kind of issues to discuss? For example, when I was the head of department, all my assistants are male. All our assistants are male. I never seen them that saying that, hey, I don't want to listen to you. You are a woman. you know Even when I was working with a male boss, not even once he said, hey, I can do it, you can't do it. He always said, you can do, I cannot do. you know so so
yeah,
I maybe I'm lucky. No, maybe I'm lucky, or maybe my personality have molded me in that way. Maybe I have shown people the result that there should be, um there should be. This is something that I felt that shouldn't come again and again.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. As a
So
woman, we are all unique. As a woman, we are all unique. I started from my grandmother, from my auntie, from my mother, my sister, my friends, my beloved friends, everybody out there. We are all unique. Okay. We don't need to fight with men. Men are unique. Men are unique in a day.
yeah.
Without them, we are nobody. Without they are nobody. That's all I would say.
Very nicely said. Very nicely said. We are all unique in our own ways here, and that's the message that needs to go across here. You did say that, yeah, maybe you are lucky. Yes, maybe you are lucky, or maybe you are looking at it in a different perspective altogether. It's all about your eye view here. How do you want to see? There's
Maybe
always
I share to you one scenario. Okay, maybe this is during my school time. All the guys scared of me in the school. Maybe the power, maybe because I'm a prefect or something, they were very scared of me.
yeah,
Okay, they know. Okay, don't mess with this girl. All right, maybe they think like that. But what I felt that is, I'm not showing off, being out of it. For
yeah,
me at that time, even my school training, my running, I run with the boys.
uh,
And sometimes I'll say, hey, I cannot catch you, you run very fast. But they won't say you're a woman. They never say it like that. They just
yeah,
say, hey, follow me. You can. You see? So I've been with a lot of positive people also. I never seen anyone that putting me, degrading me and saying that, hey, yeah, you cannot do this, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the
I
language.
think I won't be with that kind of people also.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the language pattern I think we all
Yeah.
need to practice and cherish. Yeah, speak
Yeah.
different. You don't have to label someone. You can always say it in a very pleasant manner. Now, I'm getting a lot of messages after you said we are unique. Yeah, and I'm gonna read that to you. Uh,
Everybody is unique.
so Vishalini says. I totally agree that dramas have given negative impact to people and mainly the elders. So I don't want to say anything, but yeah, you have got.
I don't want to touch on that.
But Maliga Manikam says what we watch does affect us to a certain extent, especially what we're watching is something that we heard or experienced before. Yes, it is indeed important and you should be very careful. Maliga says, Ashwini Sugumaran says, good sharing, Miss Komadi.
My
Susan
sister-in-law.
Really? A sister-in-law, yeah. Hi. Susan is saying, good job to your hubby for changing the bulb, sharing his love. Yes. A big shout out to your husband, Mapla. You did it well, yeah. Lim Vitim says, very positive sharing, Komadi. Then comes the uniqueness. Susan says, woman rock. Legion says, Komadi, very nicely said indeed. Thank you. Kiran says, yes, we all rock. Ruby Pushpam says, wow. Legion says, surround with positive people unless we are strong enough to influence negative people. Yes, very rightfully said also. Stay positive, and if you can't be with positive people, I think that will actually help a lot. I've got a question that just came by, Komadi. Maybe you want to answer this. If someone wants to be like you, with many things that you do, with the help that you render to many people, what should they do? How do you go about getting yourself maybe certified to become a psychotherapist or counselor? Go ahead.
Okay, even though if I finish my counseling in University Malaya, that doesn't mean I will straight away can get the registration under the counselor board. Okay, so you need to have certain hours of counseling session with clients. Then you need to register with the counselor board, and the counselor board will look into it whether you are qualified. You need to have a counselor to foresee you, because every counselors they have another board counselors to foresee you, and you can study either psychology, counseling, social work. Okay, in Malaysia, Health University do have certain courses. UKM do have certain courses. do have certain courses. UPM they have courses in counseling, but they have counseling in education. Okay, and if you want to go overseas, of course, Singapore have a lot of this kind of courses. I did in SUS, Singapore University Social Science. You also can do it in NUS. You also can do in James Cook University. There's a lot of universities that you can do. But underline, it's not only education. You need to go through the job scope. You need to join as a junior. If even for a case manager, a nurse also can be a case manager, but prolonged she have a psychosocial experience in it. If you really want to know the pathway of it, I am not very sure in Malaysia, but in Malaysia they have certain kind of different ranking that you can go to case manager. Especially case manager comes in hospital, okay, some organization, some with NGOs and all that. So it's all depends on the settings. Some people they call us case worker also. Some management they call senior social worker. Okay, so there's a difference between social worker. They need to do assessment. Okay, we need to do the genogram is all about how is your family started, who is still living, at what age they have passed away, and the genogram is a very big map to know what are the problem is coming. So I was a bit lucky because I have seen to be a MSW social worker and a case manager, so I have circled all this knowledge around. So that is also my choice. You see, when I was in this one setting, I will be planning after 4 years, where am I want to go, in which sector I have lacking of knowledge. So that's how I have moved to all this thing. It cannot be done a day.
Yeah.
You see, a heart surgeon, he cannot be born in a day. Of course, you need to have the experience, the certification. You need to do certain courses. Like us, there's no end in education. We always need to, come up with our certification, I would say. But there is a part. I hope in future in Malaysia also they have a lot of case manager, especially during this pandemic, to know what are the allocation out of this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about Malaysia, right? What's the state like in Malaysia in terms of support? Do they have any support areas? How is it for mental health support in Malaysia?
Okay, Health University have UKHAM have University Hospital. They do have this Malaysian Association of Mental Health, whereby you can go. There's a Cara. There's 11 association that I think they are very active. Maybe we can share in the link later on, Waran, to
Okay.
people seek help on it.
Okay.
I will say that we are still new. I'll say we are still new to mental health. Maybe we are taboo to talk about it. You see, as we are having heart attack, as we are having a leg pain, as we are having a body pain, our consciousness also will have some issues. It's also one of the organ, you see. So mental health is not something that you need to shine away, or you don't want to talk about it. You feel like people will label you all the time. You see, you need to come out of it. If you think that any of your family members that need help, you want to talk about it, you always can bring them to any GPs around a clinic that line of this. They can refer your case to the nearest hospital. There's a lot of psychiatric doing this also in government hospital, private hospital, and you want to seek help, there's always there. But it's only thing is we don't know what is the channel. But near the best thing I will say is, if you felt that you need help, you can go to any clinic and to seek any doctors. You can also Google and check what is the nearest psychiatric clinic that you can look for, and you can find out, and you always can seek help. But if you feel that you don't want to go to the doctor first, you don't want to be scared, right? People all gonna don't want to get diagnosis, all right? Okay, then you can seek help in the organization like Mental Health Malaysia. You can also find out what are the other limitation that you have, or you think that die, you don't want to talk to anyone. Okay, you can talk to your friends that you think that they can help you, or you can talk to your family members first. Maybe you it's a baby step. Mental health is all about baby steps. Some people, they really cannot agree also that they're having problems. They are feeling very scared. Hey, how come I'm seeing things? How come I cannot go to work? What is stopping me?
Yeah.
Why I'm changing? What's the problem I'm having? So all this kind of stuff, there is a channel to help you in Malaysia as well. Always look out for it. Maybe in future, if I able to do a lot of sharing session, and where the help that can be done will be very helpful. Stay tuned with us.
Definitely, definitely. I will share your info also in my I am more than I think Facebook page, so that if they need any help, they can contact you. I've got a couple of messages coming in, and then we can end the show by the last ever question that I will be asking. Nilavani is saying that what we speak will be come true. Bless your life, she says. Ruby Pushpam says, yeah, so good. And she also says that everything is in the mind, yes. And Nilavani said this, and it's very interesting what she said. Fear of labeling. Oh my, I just learned it is a mental health problem. Good info. So, yes, a lot of people have gained so much info from what you have just spoken. One last thing, any message that you have got for the people out there? Comedy.
Okay. Be resilient about yourself. Okay, always there is a bad time and good times. Our life is like a river. Sometimes it will flow very fast, sometimes it will flow very slow, and we never know when is the thunder, when is the rain. But never give up in your life. Always comes up with the positive vibes, and keep yourself train up, take care of your health always, and also love your family. you know that's the fundamental thing. Love your friends, love your surroundings, and not everything is good, but take the bad things in a good way. It's not the end of it. We can start it up again. I hope this pandemic will also taught us how to take care of the environment. you know Yeah, okay, environment. And let's say that mental health, you are not alone. Okay, try to look up for our friends around, family around who are being down, trying to check with them what is actually causing them. You know, always put an eye when they, maybe when you ask them, they get triggered out. But try to look at them. Don't make them to be alone. Most of the depression cases happen when they're alone. Okay, when there's nobody for them to talk about, you see, when there's a lot of negative talks about them, about a lot of negative talks, I'm not good, I'm not good enough, I'm everything bad is happening to me, I this is end of it. So try to make it positive, maybe good words. Early morning when you wake up, try to say good words to your children. Don't say, hey, you're so bad, you're so naughty. Don't say this kind of word. Just say, hey, you're wonderful, you're a wonderful child. Tell your husband you are good looking today. You know, some kind of affirmance and good words might help them in certain ways.
Mm. Very nice, very nice. Now, I wanted to end, but I just have this one question that came by because it is mental health that matters. I don't want to lose this question.
Mm.
Vishalini Arivalagan asked this question to Miss Komati. If a person is diagnosed with mental health issues, does the family need to attend for check as well? Can you share a little bit?
You see, I've seen clients who really don't want to share with their family members because they don't want them to label them. They will say, hey, you like this, you like that. Okay, it's all depends on the person itself. It same goes to certain person who having cancer, diagnosed with cancer. Maybe they don't want the family to know, maybe they want to make it private, you see. But when it comes to case management, let's say it is a nuisance, let's say that the family found it that's a nuisance happening in the family, the person who reported is actually the other family, I mean not the patient itself. So in that kind of environment, we need to tell the family members what are the plans that we are having for the particular patients. But let's say if you're bringing the person to clinic and without his knowledge, you can't go and inform everyone because this is his personal life, you see. Because in certain countries and certain job scope, if you're having depression, if you've been diagnosed with depression, they won't take you for a work.
Okay.
Certain places, not overall, but I hope it will change in future. So so labeling, again I'm coming to labeling, to answer to Vishalini's question. You always can bring the person if the family, if the person don't want to share to the other party, you see. But if they want to share, it's up to them. Okay. But of course,
Okay.
as a counselor or the doctor, they won't go and tell the entire family or any working place. But if some of the companies need your verification out of it, because I saw some of the insurance companies asking now, right, whether you are affected with any mental illness or not, right? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Very nice, very nice. Komadi, I've got no words to say. There's so much of sharing. It is very nice. I can only say nandri, nandri, nandri. Thank you
Romba
so much.
nandri, Waran. Romba nandri.
Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing so many details, so many stories, so many tips. Why? Simply because this is the time when we need to help each other. And if you can help me, I can help you. Everyone else can help each other. Thank you
I
so
think
much.
I think we use the word, rather than using help, we use the word assist. You
Yes.
see, sometimes we are thinking, oh, help is not a good word. Maybe we can assist people in a different way, lah, Maran. Huh?
Yes, very nicely said. Assist. That's the word, ladies and gentlemen. Assist. Let's start other. Assisting each other means just holding someone's hand and then just be there with them. The least that you could do is just give a landing here, I must say. Yeah. So be resilient. Resilience is very important. You wanted to say something, Komadi?
I think break the sequence also. Don't every time do the same thing every day. Try to
There
break the sequence. Maybe if you want to dance, the break dance at night also no problem. But don't want to disturb the neighbor lah. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So don't break the relationship with your neighbors, but then do some break dance. So break the pattern, do something different, get life, be creative. You can do so many things. And it's very important, yeah. copycat suicidal spoken by Komadi in a lengthier manner. Please do not share bad things. Do not forward whatever that you have got, which is so not nice to anyone. If can, you do the first move by breaking the chain, breaking the pattern. Delete that message so that it doesn't go to anyone else. Stop forwarding, and it is very important. You wanted to say something, Komadi?
Just delete it.
Yes,
Just
exactly. So just
only
delete.
have
Delete.
just delete.
Correct.
Yes,
No
don't
more.
forward.
Yeah, if it is not a good message, delete, delete, and delete. That's it. And mental health is like having a fever. Yeah, seek for help. Everyone can be saved. You don't know when is thunder. You don't know when is rain. You don't know when is sunshine. Like what Komadi says. So talk to people. The only thing that you can do is you can talk to people. And something that is very important that Komadi said, love, love, love. So love thy neighbor, love everyone. Thank you so much for loving each and everyone. That's the least that you could do and see how things can change. Remember, you're not alone. Talk to someone. The best person, if you don't have anyone else, is you yourself. I am more than I think. I am more than I think. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We shall meet again, same time, same day next week. Komadi, thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.